Hello there and welcome to yet another edition of Hands On. Hands On is a weekly program whereby we invite various people from various localities to come and inspire us and to share ideas on how they are using their hands in creating wealth, in supporting their families, and also in furthering their lives. Because at the end of the day, we need to create wealth for our generation. And last week we had a very, interesting, guest, Dr. Rai. And this week I'm blessed to have yet another guest all the way from Cape Town, the mother city of South Africa, Sister Jamiela Oliphant. Welcome to Hands On.
Good evening. Good day.
Yes, good day. How are you, Sister Jamiela?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
We good. I'm good. Tell us more about yourself and your family.
My name is Jamiela Oliphant, and I live in Somerset West. I grew up in Cape Town, went to school in Paarl, and that is where I met my husband.
How
we
long?
have
Yes.
we are married for this April. It will be 36 years.
Wow. And what have kept you guys together for a long time like that?
Yes. And we are celebrating my eldest daughter's birthday today. She's 33 years old, Ramel.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Ramel is the eldest, and then we have another daughter, Iran. So both of them are married now. And I think Iran is still on honeymoon. They will be married for 2 years this April as well. So and then I have two beautiful grandchildren.
Yes. Tell us more. How does it feel to be a granny?
Wow, it's the best. I should have had them first. It's lovely. The one is 4 years old, Emma Grace, and the 1 year old is Tia Harper Grace. Wow. And I have two wonderful son-in-laws. I don't call them my son-in-laws; they're my sons.
No, that's very nice to hear, Jamil. I know you've got two daughters, and now God has given you two sons. And I'm actually excited to hear that, you've got wonderful son-in-laws, which is very good, because most of the time you hear people saying, my mother-in-law, my daughter-in-law, it's so nice to hear, that you've got that, glue. Tell us more about, your sons-in-law and your relationship.
Well, we have a very, very good relationship. They're very respectful. And I remember I said to Ramel, before she got married over 6 years ago, I want La Bola. So she said, we don't ask La Bola. I said, well, the Bible talks about dowry. So we can't get dowry. So I said to him, I want 3 million.
Wow. Don't kill your son-in-law.
But he's still paying it off in kind. He's still paying it off. So whenever we call him or ask him to do something, he's always there to do it. Hero's husband is a little bit quiet.
That's so sweet. That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
But I must tell you something. No.
Yes.
Both of them love Brian. So when Hero's husband came into the family, it was now competition. Who's the best Brian?
The better of the giants. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And Sister Jamel, the reason we are here together is to hear your story. We want you to inspire us today. You are into business. Tell us, what kind of a business are you into?
We have a B&B and self-catering guest house in Somerset West, Cape Town, South Africa. And we never planned in our wildest dreams to have something like this.
And how did it happen?
When we bought the house 24 years ago initially,
yes,
the children were still small, and after years we said, okay, we need to build on now extra rooms for the kids. And we did that. So a friend of us came around and he said, why don't you do it the double volume? Why don't you make it the double story? And Ruben and I looked at each other. We said, why would we do that? So he said there's a lot of space in between the the roof and the ceiling. Okay, so we decided to do that.
Mm.
And initially, then we said, okay, maybe we can accommodate students from Heidelberg College.
Mm.
And we had a student, what was actually nice as we started, the place wasn't ready yet for people to live, but he stuck with us. So eventually, when the rooms was ready, we said, okay, you can stay in the room, it's fine.
Mm.
But we start initially small. Every time when we have had
Mm.
money, we did
Yeah.
something. But when we started out, we took some of Ruben's pension that he received, and we
Mm.
said, okay, let's finish the place now and furnish it as well. So that is what we did because we didn't want to take on more debt. So
Mm.
that was actually nice to do that. And at first, it was just a word of mouth
Mm.
spreading how the people will come. But
Mm.
one day, a guy came here and he said to us, "Why did you start the B&B?" We
Yes.
accommodated them for a few days,
Yes.
and we said, "Oh, we have never thought about that." And you know why we decided also? I
Mm.
love cooking and we love people. And
Yes.
over the many years, we used to accommodate people. Doesn't matter what it was for. We like to accommodate people. We always said our home is everybody's home. The
Mm.
Lord has blessed us with this place, so we want to bless other people.
Mm.
And over the years, I think we actually started to build this place in 2005. So it's a
Wow.
long project.
Yes.
And then 2015, we decided to what do they call it? We decided to register on booking.com and all the
Mm.
other booking sites. And
Yes.
that is how people all over the world used to know Mila's place.
Wow.
Now you know what is interesting. I always laugh about it. When people come and
Yes.
they leave and they give you a review, they will
Yes.
say the bedding was nice, white and fresh, and the chef's breakfast is the best.
Wow.
And we
No, that's what
always
we
laugh
want to
about
hear. That's what we want to hear, Jamil. But take me back in time, capital wise, you used, your pension. That
yes.
was a bit risky. Were you not scared? Why didn't you borrow?
No, we didn't want to borrow because you see,
Yes.
hear about things happening. People lose money here and then all over.
Mm. It's
And with
true.
borrowing, it's a risk to take. When you
Mm.
borrow money, you can't pay it back.
It's
So you
true.
need to go sit down and check what will your income be and what will your expenses
Mm.
be. So that
Mm.
is something that we had to take in consideration. And I
Very true.
remember now that Ruben wanted to go to the bank
Mm.
to just to finish everything. The house, around the house, the
Yes.
gardens, everything. And I
Yes.
just said, no, we're not going to borrow money. So
Yeah.
as the money come in, but you know where the bulk money was really?
Mm.
The end
Yes.
of the year when
Mm.
people come for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Mm.
And I must say also that we never charge the people the full amount. So if
Mm.
you stay more than 5 days, more than a week, more than 2 weeks, we give you
Wow.
a huge discount.
Wow.
And I mean, you could have easily make 80,000 Rand the end of the year, but
Mm.
because we always help people. This is
Mm.
not only a normal B&B. This is
Mm.
a Christian establishment, and
Mm.
we see it as a missionary project as well, where we can help people that
Mm.
doesn't have enough money. Because now over the years, as we always go on holiday,
Mm.
your biggest expense is always your accommodation. So
Yes.
we know that how expensive that can be. So that is how we want to accommodate other people as well, to help them to enjoy a good holiday, to help them in that way. And now you heard us say this is a Christian establishment.
Yes.
So when people book, we send them a welcome note.
Mm.
And in the welcome note, it says no smoking, no drinking,
Mm.
no single people that say they come as a couple. You
Yes.
must be married
mm,
husband and wife.
protecting
So they
family.
need that.
Yes.
And I must also say that you can't just tell that to people. We had to go to a lawyer as well.
Mm,
So there's this thing I always laugh. Remember, years gone by, whenever you walk into a place, then it
yes.
says reserved for something, admission reserved.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I understand what that means.
What it means, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had to put that in as well.
Yes. Tell us, Jamila, from a two-bedroom to almost over 7 rooms,
Yes, yes, yes. We have about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms,
Mm,
whereas we only use the four most of the time
mm,
for on our booking.com sites. Then now we have a room that we rent out to a student. That's our
mm,
student room. So for that room, we charge a small amount, not like we charge for the guest house,
mm.
that money. So that is also a great help for students that doesn't have enough money. So there's a room available for the student for a year sometimes.
Your
It
room is
depends.
spacious. Yes. Yes.
It depends, yeah. A
Mm.
year or two.
And what do you want to say to someone who also wants to go into such business? Yeah, I know Cape Town is a tourist destination, but it's not easy just to go into business. What ideas would you want to tell us, and the dangers, what to look out for, and so forth?
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah, it's no longer a secret once you tell it to me. Ah,
I'm
yes.
a I'm a I'm a prayer warrior. I pray about everything. So
Mm,
now I remember when we came back 2015 after our
yes.
GC trip.
Mm,
I remember that day. It was raining. It was the end of the month. It was just the beginning of August.
yes.
And I said to Ruben, we need money now. We bankrupt now. GC. So I started to pray.
Yeah.
I said, Lord, this is my situation. You need to send people now.
Yes.
No, I'm telling you, it wasn't even half an hour. And the
Mm,
bookings came in, and the bookings came in. Now it was for 2 weeks in a row.
praise God.
Eventually I said, Lord, I didn't mean it like that. I'm
Yeah.
tired now. So
It
I
was,
actually prayed.
it was overwhelming.
Yes. So I
Yeah.
prayed that the Lord must send the right guests. And
Mm,
the people that come here, they don't leave without the book.
mm,
And what we also do, we do counseling as well, marriage enrichment counseling.
mm,
So there are times when we have 3, 4, 5 couples, then
mm,
we accommodate them over a weekend for a small fee for the weekend, and we
mm.
provide meals to them as well. So it's
Yeah.
not only for the traveler,
Mm,
it's for anyone. We accommodate church people that want to break away for a
mm,
weekend as well, and we give that service as well
mm,
for couples.
mm.
But I
And
want to say,
yes.
you were asking how to plan. It's a
Mm,
nice thing if people can come and talk to us. We can
mm,
tell them exactly what to do and how to start. You can't
mm.
just start this blindly.
Yes.
You can't start blindly, but you need to plan. Especially nowadays, look what happened to our world. Actually, the
Mm.
COVID hit us,
COVID,
and
yes.
and almost for a year there were no people coming to the establishment, but the
Mm,
Lord still provided.
mm,
Here and there someone will come.
mm,
So the one room actually helped us as well, where we have a full-time student that stays for a year or two, so that
mm,
also helped. So you need to plan wisely if you want to start something like this. And this is a legacy that we're leaving behind for our
mm,
children, for our grandchildren.
mm.
Because you see, young people leave school, they
Yes.
don't find jobs, and
Mm,
this is something that they can do. This is something that you can fall on this. I'm still working as a full-time accountant for Meals on Wheels.
yes.
And so if I retire in a year or two, I can give all my attention to this place.
Mm, mm,
And the reason why I'm saying don't take out a loan.
mm,
No, there are some days that or weekends that you don't feel like having people on your property, then you just block your rooms.
Yes.
Or you want to give it out for people for free. So then you just book the rooms and give it for people. Because ultimately, it's not all about the money. It's also how do we serve our fellow brothers and sisters or anyone around
Mm.
us. So
Mm.
you need to establish that as well. Do you just want to do business and just have money, money, money? Or
Yes.
do you want, or must it be a service to the public?
Mm.
Ultimately, we must reach everyone wherever we go, whoever we
Yes.
come in contact with. We need
Yes.
to reach. And I believe in my favorite verse, Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and
Mm.
his righteousness, and all
Yes.
the other things shall be added unto you. So
Yes.
you need to be faithful to the Lord as well in
Mm.
order to make success. But I want to tell people don't borrow money. Don't
Yeah.
borrow money. It's
Mm.
dangerous.
Yes.
If you want to start it, you need to work out things very fine so
Mm.
that you can make money and enjoy yourself. Because
Mm.
I've seen people that have this kind of business, they never rest.
Mm.
They never rest. They're always busy.
I was coming to that point to say, you are working full time, your husband is working full time. What is the management like? Who is managing this, BNB?
That's easy. You know what?
Yes,
Remember, I said to you early on that I always pray that the Lord must send the right people.
yes.
Most of the time, people eat their breakfast at 7 o'clock,
Mm.
and I go to work at 8 o'clock.
Wow.
So, in order for them to be ready by
Yes,
7, I get
yes,
up earlier and
yes.
prepare everything. That makes it much, much easier. So, it's preparation. You need to prepare the previous day or early in the morning, and then it's a breeze. Don't have to
Yes,
worry about that. So, we're still
yes.
doing it ourselves.
Mm. Mm. And, in such,
If people want to eat later, sorry,
sorry,
if
Carol.
people want to eat later in the morning, I
Yes.
still prepare everything and they can just come through and have their breakfast and it's fine.
Mm. And in such business ventures, support is very, very important, Jamil. Tell us about the importance of, a support from your spouse. I understand your husband is your pillar of support. Tell us about the importance of supporting one another in such family business. Because a lot of
Wow,
people,
that is very,
they don't go this far.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, this is very important. As
Mm.
a couple, you have to talk the same language. You have
Mm.
to be happy with everything. And don't think we didn't have our ups and downs. We do. Because I'm a OCD person. Everything
Yeah.
must be correct. This knife for that board for that. So at first we were heads on in the kitchen. Ah, but
Yeah.
now it's a breeze. I can
Mm.
leave Ruben with it if he can. He does a very good job in the kitchen, so I don't even have to worry about that. So
Mm.
you have to work together as a couple. Whatever bothers you, you need to talk about it. It's very important.
Mm.
Otherwise, it won't be a success. We work very well together.
Mm. And you never answered my question. I was saying, Cape Town is a tourist, destination. What ideas would you want to share with someone also who's got a bigger place but does not know how to use his hands to make it work? Like we rightly say, this program is hands-on. We want to create wealth. We want to create, future. We want to create, employment for people. What, ideas would you want to share with us?
If you ask ideas, you want to know, do you teach people? What do you do with specifically the people that work for you?
Hmm.
Is that what you also want to
Yes.
know?
Yes.
There's something I must actually share with you also. In the COVID period, the person that worked for us, well, people couldn't work. You remember for a long time we were under
Yes.
lockdown.
Yes.
So because the money is also the money that they receive from us, it's also their livelihood. It's the only
Hmm.
monies that they have. So in the end, because they didn't work, there was
Hmm.
nothing that they had. So we had to pay them. certain weeks we just send money to the person. We just send money to the person so that they can also have food on their table. So
Survival.
in the
Yes.
end, yes, in the end, it's a give and take because you know the people are that work for you and they are what's the word now? They their work is for them very important. So we
Mm.
need to see to them. It's not only this person work for you and that's how you keep that relationship. In the end, you become family. You trust each
Mm.
other. You
Yeah.
become family. And that is
Mm.
how we help the people as well to give them a job. You see, I can do everything myself. And I
Mm.
used to do it before I had someone.
Yes.
I did everything myself, but it's
Mm.
tiring. So you help other people. You create jobs for other people.
Mm.
So that is a thing to do
Mm.
to help other people create jobs actually. So if your
Mm.
income is good, you can
Yes.
create more jobs.
Yes. I know you have your own niche and you are surrounded by a lot of hotels and B&B. Would you say there's a competition or you've got your own line of customers?
Well, in Somerset West there is competition when it
Mm.
comes to the price, but I don't even worry about that.
Yes.
The Lord sent these people in His time. I don't
Yes. Mm.
and because you remember, because I said we're a Christian establishment, we
Mm.
even can attract the Muslim people because the food that we serve is halal.
Mm.
So we don't serve anything that's out of line.
Mm.
We can
That's
serve
it.
kosher meals as well, vegan food, whatever people want, we
Mm.
give it to them. And I
That's your
actually
company.
ask
Yeah.
people what do they like. And remember now you get people that don't use normal milk. They want
Mm.
soya milk.
Soya
So
milk,
I
yes.
always see that I have those things. So that's important. That's the relationship you have with people eventually.
And that's your trump card.
You ask
Yes.
them, yes, you
Mm.
ask them for their preferences and you
Mm.
serve them what they want. Some people
Mm.
are allergic to certain things. So you help. You always
Yes.
put yourself in someone else's shoes. And that's it. Help
Yes.
wherever you can help. I
Yes.
love this business. I actually love it.
I'm glad you love it
You
because it's
meet
always
people,
nice to do the things that you are passionate about.
yes. And you must be passionate and you must love people. No,
Yeah.
it's not easy because you get people that scare you. They
Mm.
say not nice things sometimes to you,
Yeah.
but you must just take it as it is.
Yeah. And
So if people
Jamil,
would
as
like
we
to, you can tell them.
come again, you said,
If people want to know more, they can come and sit with us and we will help them because we did help a few people in the establishment to show them how they must dress their places as well. Because sometimes your place can be overly dressed and people
yes,
don't
yes.
like a place that is there are too many things in it. So we help with that as well. And now all the stuff that we accumulated, it's over a period of 5, 6, 7 years. So
Mm.
things don't happen overnight. Doesn't happen overnight. We have friends that we help in
Mm.
another area to set up their guest house, and they're running it very well. So we gave them
Wow.
ideas, we told them what to do in their place, and they're doing very well at their guest house.
That's the spirit that want to hear, Jamila. Thank you so much, because the whole idea is to empower and show others the way. I'm so happy that you are empowering other people. That is very, very
Yes,
important. And we are running your email address so that those who want also to come into this business, you can show them the ropes. As we come to
yes.
the end of the program, Jamila, your final word.
My final word, if you want to start something like this, first of all, you must love people and you
Mm.
must love cooking. That's important because it's
Yes.
not only breakfast that we serve. Sometimes people want lunch and supper, and I've done
mm,
it with groups many a times.
mm,
No, then I come from the office and I
yeah,
still come and cook a supper for the people. So it's the love that you show towards the people. That's all. You
mm.
must love, you must be passionate about people. You can't be grumpy.
Yeah, exactly. You need to be always smiling, because I presume you're getting guests from all over the world.
Yes, we do. We do.
Mm,
Before the COVID, we get from all over the world,
mm,
from all over. English, doesn't matter. French people, wherever they
mm,
come. And they always said they love Mila's place. It's neat and tidy. So that is
mm,
very important. If you
mm.
can't be a neat and tidy person, don't start something like that. Because I'm very picky and finicky.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Jamila, thank you so much, for being our guest, today. We greatly appreciate, your ideas. This is actually going to inspire other people because the whole idea is to inspire people to use their hands to create wealth and also, to put food on the table and also to prepare a better future for their children and their children's children. Thank you so much. And
Yes.
for viewers at home, thank you so much for joining us. Join us again next week when we bring you yet another guest here on Hands On. So until then, let's keep our hands dirty. Good night.